Welcome to the Mesozoic Media Park. The goal for this park is to fill it with as many movie, show, and documentary dinosaurs as we possibly can. The goal for this episode is to recreate a scene from the TV show known as Primeval. So, Primeval, this is one of our first TV shows, I believe. I don't think we've done that quite yet. So, what someone has requested to do was to recreate the airport scene with the Giganotosaurus. And I thought, good idea. So let's go ahead and do that. This will also be just kind of like a nice breath of fresh air because, all of our other enclosures have simply just been different, different takes on natural environments, whereas this one will be a man-made environment. I do admit that I don't typically try to design pathways. So this is either going to look pretty decent or it's going to look pretty terrible. While at the same time, I need to make sure that we don't take up too much space with this, It's very important. I'd be very meticulous with all of this. I'll place it pretty close to the Ice Age 3 enclosure. Make sure we're saving space. So, of course, the plan is to mostly make it filled with this type of a ground, and then try to design it a little bit with like a lighter type of a pathway. I don't know, I'm very scared. I want this one to look good. Primeval was certainly a cool show. It's one that I need to return to. I haven't watched that in forever. So I definitely need to watch it again. Doing a little bit of a review on it or something. All right, let's see. So the challenge here is going to be to make this look convincing. So I hope I did this correctly, but one of the biggest things is the fact that there's, white guidelines in the middle of the runway that are, dashed and things like that. So the trick is going to be to try to incorporate those into this design. Like this, I think. This might look pretty decent. Okay, like that. And they're kind of evenly spaced. I don't know how good I'll make this look, but we'll try our darndest here. At the very least, I just want them here, I just want them to be present. I think this will also be our first Carcharodontosaurus in this park. That'll be cool. Not really a huge fan of the way that it looks in Primeval, but, it's still cool that it's present. Okay, and before I move further, I'm going to try to see how this looks real quick. Hopefully it has the desired result that I'm hoping for. I wish there was some sort of like a wider path, but I think that's as close as I can get. It doesn't look too bad. There's a little bit of a curve right there. Let's see if I can fix that. There we go. And right there too. I mean, that's not too much of a detriment. You could probably just say that it's like, just the asphalt or the concrete is a little bit chipped. And that's not bad. That's really not bad. I think this might look pretty good. Yeah, that doesn't look bad. And typically on an airport, at least from the photos I've pulled up, there are some other types of white markings that are on the side a little bit. So maybe I can place some of those like around here or something. I don't want to do anything too crazy because I don't want it to end up looking bad. I'll just fill it in and we'll see how it looks. If it looks too much like a road, then I think I'll do some adjustments, but for now I think we'll keep rolling like this. We're just gonna say that that's like a little bit of a chip in the paint or something. This is a little bit trickier than I assumed it would be. Okay, and then I'm going to try to leave a few of these like this, like that little opening right there, and then I'll fill those in too, just to make it look like it has more of a purpose than just a simple road. Try to make it look like a runway as much as I can. There we go. That looks kind of good. And then I'll place a couple all the way at the end here too. Do it right here. There we go. And these animals are loud. All right. Kind of like that, I think. Okay, and then I'll place it all the way back here, too. To give it a little bit more consistency, I think. I'm telling you, this is the most I have ever worked with pathways before. I think it's going better than I assumed, so I'm pretty happy about that. This is a little bit stressful. I'm a little bit... I'm kind of stressing right now. Might have to get rid of those, this divider here. Yeah, I'm going to have to get rid of those real quick, and then... basically try to do this again from a little bit of scratch. Let's see, and then we'll try to fill this in. There we go. Okay, yeah, we're getting somewhere. Like that. Okay, and then we fill these in. Okay, that one's a little bit wider than I want it to be, but I'll go ahead and keep it like that, just cause This is hard. You know, this is kind of difficult. I'm out of my element right here. I've always kept my enclosures very simple. I've never tried to do really like things like this before. I'm more of a casual kind of dude. I don't do anything too crazy. This isn't even that crazy. This is probably just basic. But it's like it's difficult for me. What the heck happened there? All right, that one's just a little bit chipped because I'm losing. I'm losing myself trying to fight with that one. Can't lose myself. Just can't happen. Okay, that took forever, but I think I can tell that it's meant to be a launch pad. Or sorry, not a launch pad, a runway. So now what we have to do is include some buildings here and there, some buildings that really kind of fit the bill. There's also, in the scene, there's also some things like shipping containers and things like that. So I want to include stuff like that just to really kind of make it look a lot less bland. So I'm going to place an expedition center because they do actually go after the Giganotosaurus in a helicopter. So this is, you know, this is we're going to include that because of that. And then again with the shipping containers, I know that's something that we can do in the game. So there's some white ones that kind of just show up. Let's see, we'll go with like this color right here. We'll just place them like this. Right, and then gonna break up the monotony. We'll place those right there. And then I want to place one of these. You know, the runway's not really being used right now, so there's some different things that are popping up on it. Also place this over here. Okay, and then there's also a few shots in the distance where you can see some other vehicles and other buildings and stuff like that. So I'm not going to like put them too far because again, I don't want this enclosure to be too big. We'll kind of do something kind of like that. Maybe a cage, because why not? There we go. There we go. That's not bad. This is going to be a massive enclosure for just a singular dinosaur, but it's going to be pretty cool, you know? Can't deny that. Again, if we run out of space on this park, you know, if this series is still going strong and there's still a lot of requests for more dinosaurs and we're out of space, I can always just create a new park. You know, it's no biggie. In order to utilize, like, save as much space as possible, I'm gonna go around it like this. Again, I do wish that these were truly invisible fences, as in you wouldn't be able to see them, but unfortunately they are not. That's okay though. I'm just gonna keep those outside as just decoration. You know, they're not really too essential to be inside the enclosure. Oh, by the way, I know that there are some comments of people asking like why I don't provide water or some food for some dinosaurs. I have, you know, and the answer why is pretty simple. I have dehydration and hunger turned off for all of the dinosaurs just for the sake of sandbox, you know. So I don't really have to worry about things like that because, you know, in some cases it could potentially hinder the creativity. Take, for example, the Jurassic Park 3 one. There's really no, like, water sources in the scene that I was building in particular. It was just the cliff and everything like that. So I think that putting in a little pond would kind of take away from the overall enclosure. So instead, we just included, you know, it like this, and you know they're not thirsty. Same goes for this. I don't need a pond or any feeders or anything like that because there's nothing like that in the scene. But I think that looks pretty good. I'm actually really happy with that. It's a nice little thing that is different from the other enclosures that we've built so far. So it's going to certainly, you know, it'll definitely stand out because a lot of these are looking kind of the same. I mean, they look good, don't get me wrong. I've been pretty happy with what I've done so far. I'm really happy with the way that this looks. Yeah, I think that fits the show very well. So let's go ahead and get our Giganotosaurus rolling, ready for incubation, and we'll go ahead and do that. And there he is. Gave it a nice little gray coloration, and it's got the nice little contrasting black colors like it does in the show. This right here is my favorite Giganotosaurus model. I'm not too big of a fan of the Dominion one, so I certainly wanted to represent it through this. But I think that looks pretty cool. I wish that we can place like a plane, maybe at the end of the runway back here, but I still think that this looks awesome. This actually looks really cool. I'm really happy with the way that this turned out. the most different enclosure that we have, and I hope that we can include more like that, which we likely will be able to. You know, I want to get to things like Jurassic World in the future. I hope so. You know, I don't right now. I want to focus on non-Jurassic franchise movies and shows, which is why we haven't really touched like Camp Cretaceous or any of the original movies or anything like that. I do want to get to them. Like, I hope that we do. But right now, I want to take care of other dinosaur projects that haven't gotten the chance to be looked at. So, of course, keep on continuing to request which one you'd like to see next. I, absolutely love seeing all of your different ideas, because this right here, I think I mentioned at the beginning, did stem from an idea to just do the airport scene, or the runway scene with the Giganotosaurus, and I just thought that was a fantastic idea. What I think I will be doing next is Planet Dinosaur, the Spinosaurus episode. So I want to include Ouranosaurus, I want to include Spinosaurus again, and I want to include Carcharodontosaurus in that one. And I think that one will be really fun, so look out for that in the next episode. But of course, continue to request, because, we want to do more after that point. We want to fill this up to its absolute brim, and we are slowly running out of space, but we're still doing pretty good. I think we can still fit quite a bit in this park alone. So, thank you guys so much for watching, and just thank you for supporting this series. I really do appreciate each and every one of you doing that. It really does mean a lot to me with all the support that this series has been getting, or my channel has been getting in general. Like, it's just been absolutely amazing. So, thank you so much for watching, and have an awesome day.